I just want to rock it for the best. See, in the aftermath of the lantern light, there was delighted laughter after we had ignited. The night life came to a standstill till dawn. Still life captured in my quills, still quiver in hand, holding my pen and molding man to become one with the unfolding zen. And then and there I'm cold and don't know how to sell my shares in marionettes made from gold. Who wants to be a puppet? Raise your hand, drop your head and grab a bucket. Cast the liquid tears and cop a couple of droplets. Fuck it. Where's the water when I wanna drink? Where's the slaughter when I'm on the brink? I wanna think about leaving heaven for the very first time. Never felt the same way when decay disperses slime. And time is no longer an object of my desires. I wanna live in between the lines. I wanna give in and live in a shrine. Promote the art of peace and feel increasingly genuine. I love and can taste the ocean. It makes an awful good tapestry. A soothing motion for my mind's apathy. Happily changing time zones and subject matter. The latter meaning a decrease in chattering. More patterns and more live drums and more new friends. More dependent on myself for more mental growth. But it depends on more genital growths. How good I'm feeling. More importantly is how I'm dealing. To the people I'm meeting, hearts I'm stealing. Kiss, kiss my sweet biscuit. I'm basking in the insecurity of your slit wrist. Lying listless, not even on the guest list. Not a member of the most pious post flyers. Kids my age still on stage. Remember me and Noah full of rage. Cracked it in a cage called high school. Fully accepted my foolish role, roving along the hallway, strolling past the keymaster whose locks I'm holding. Halfway to hell in the basement, taking chop, pacing myself or else have to stop. Slow down just a little bit, it's the middle of the night, and might we get a little light? Put your hands up for insight. Oh, throw your hands up for insight. Throw your hands up for insight. Lights out, handcuffed and stuffed in a closet, fight and shout, and drag them all the way home screaming insight, insight. I gotta try to get it, insight in flight. Overwhelm me, I won't let it. Please everyone, seek to be smart at least once a week. If you can spare the time, it bears doing to your brewing mind. Beating black and blue and blind. Boast, I've been in most situations, you and I. Close hugging, telling secrets, wanna keep it mind over matter. And those who don't believe in peace will have their knees shattered. Ask me to where the trees scattered. It's not like I really mattered, cause feet splattered. Muddy chunks on the walls of concrete jungle, with asphalt floors and doors that stay locked. And humble men living in fear, guns cocked. Tears running, crops grow of sadness. Seated in the springtime, sowing a harvest full of madness. When I yell insight, you say psychosis. Insight, psychosis, insight, psychosis. When I yell kiss me and you start to diss me, I'll feel it, then I'll flow it. It's raining, it's pissing, a glistening liquid. That's my braining. If you're straining to wipe your face and craning your neck to check your gaming, it's not the same no more, that's for sure. I'm shocked at the skills exhibited as a derivative of uninhibited, uninhabited, avid, giving it Skribble jam. I saw art walk, it's living culture locked behind a one-way door, and you're trapped inside my vision. Art could and should be without inhibition. To those who inspired my enlightened condition, I was thinking of you just now. I hope you listened. Yeah, this one's full of the sick muse, the music. I'm sitting in the subway tunnel, just thinking that I am sitting in the sun, invited, lighted, writing down feelings, fighting as I feel things in this den of anti-zen. When I'm rendered obsolete, a fleet of shiny new machines are completed, but all need some assembly line recall, so be it. Let's talk sense. Everyday events unfold. Henceforth, all that occurs will get kicked to the curb like Muse. Freestyles observed over blurred tapes. We never competed. We got served and got weeded. Went home and then repeated the words till the primo pot was done and the sun rose. Cracked out and berry-eyed, me and my cornrows. Knock, knock, who is it? It's the one exquisite. Oh, it's you again. Have you come in for a visit? I unchained the lock and let opportunity walk in. Not so sure the door even knocked for me. Outside opportunity is blowing me kisses, distracting my acting rather hard. flawed. In fact, I'm suspiciously scarred around my heart from all the letdowns. False starts, low blows, and beat down. Bringing these clowns and let us squeeze into your affection. Please try to believe it's possible to achieve perfection. Practice makes perfectly good sense to me, and I've led an interesting life, mostly free from monotony. Opportunity is selling hope in my community. Raise the white flag and beg and plead for immunity from persecution abroad. Lord have mercy on my soul as I stare down the cold hallways. I always feel holding steady. There's a music for every mood, from slow and soft off the wall and off a roof. Music for every mood, from grits to ghetto lips, we riblets to keep you glued. To the beat, to the melody, melancholy and old. I'm always huddled in the cold hallways, catching cold, muddled and befuddled. But I have a role and a way to reach it. I got so much soul. 10-foot pole couldn't breach it. I beat it like a box, and feed it like I needed to grow big and show me the rocks that I'm to climb while sitting on the dock of the bay. Wandering the day, my mind is wandering away. I'm on top of my game. Maybe that explains why raindrops keep falling on my head. It's the same day in, day out. I struggle to juggle one too many tasks. I'm way out of line. Hook and sinker, so synchronize your watches to your tinker and mine. Now the room is somewhat consumed by smoke and shadows. The scene is a warehouse and old kung fu battles that take place over babbles of revenge for my descendants. I will stand tall in the face of all transcendence. Be they God, the space within time, or some odd paradigm. My blood flow is words mixed with mud and snow. It's something so beyond seeing where the sun's gone. It's starting with Marvin Gaye and staying soulful. I'm starving to feel the funk as I see it fit to play. My vocals make music, but he who can't feel it can't use it. It's a little odd at first with no instructions included, as I cater to be freaks, need for speed on rhymes with needle arms and tracks that don't bleed at a time. And speaking of going, I'm neither reaping nor sowing, giving peace to these he on whose beat I'm now flowing. I've made my choice, although you can't really choose it. I do it all for the love of the sick muse. The muse is a music for every mood, from slow and soft off the wall and off a roof. Music for every mood.
There's something very peculiar happening here. It may be to our advantage, however.
What will it take to make me normal? Perhaps a proper outlook, and I need to wear tweed, formal wear underneath. We're all underwear models. So where's my vibe? Happy when I'm not committed to this notion. Being dependent on another person's earthward motion. Dwell next to ocean, most of life spent floating. Feel alive in amongst these dead seas. With every breezes through the trees, I wanna please myself. First and foremost, I'm the host with the least pairs of creased pants and deep stares in sleep stands. Climbing after dying, can I have this last dance? Please. Fine, say no, you must go, but just a little kiss for this slow life who misses love but can't resist being rough, right? Of course I get chills, yet the sun still thrills me to no end in sight. The light shines bright against the canvas of the slightly awkward earth. I moon rays, listening to gaze on a monumental wishing well and kiss and tell. I'm well past my prime beef stage, but at least I've become well aged, made the grade A prime cut. But fuck, nothing really gets to me. Lets me know in due time I'm due for destiny. Found myself listening while I walk to myself. I talk in rounds and harmonize with the sound of my surroundings. Alive and feeling grounded, I'm striving in my striding, alive and up. The mind is cut, and some say maybe golden, but can't hold up to being raised in a holding cell. Well, here we go again. When alone came the same man day in, day out, walking through the streets, voice raised in a shout. What's the sense in being normal?
Mad, mad indeed. And most peculiar.
What will it take to make me normal? Perhaps a proper outlook, and I need to wear tweed from a wear underneath. We're all in newer models. What you don't see in magazines, you can see in novels. These days I can't write. I find insight hard to come by at night. Used to find this zone where my own thoughts were cone-shaped, but now I'm homesick. The zone is black and walls and cotton candy. Back in halls decked with dandy little treats, which I could feast on. Gotta let myself go. I'm starting to get depressed. I'm a great little actor until I get undressed. Then I'm surely lacking sort of action, always out of place. Need to talk soft, the empty space, and when I'm wasted, out of gas, shit-faced, blind, drunk, kind of evasive. Wanna show love, but everybody's so abrasive. Take my daisies, let's leap through this flower garden. Poetry's for fairies who get devoured. Started now, unless you're hard and you can prove you're smart and not a tartan wearing Celtic rock. Our Lady Bees for the college joggies. I'm honest, so let's fuck. I'll be honest, I'm a truck driving bad to hell, swell guy. Smelling my own sweat and make music to make you cry. But please don't try too hard to listen, you'll be missing the best part. I'm a mood beat for the moment, a soothing movement of the human heart. Darker than the blood bleeding through my new blue parka. Harder than the mud used to mummify this water. I'm a part of something big, but I'm just so goddamn little. I feel like a virus growing in a pool of my own spittle. I dilly-dally, a diddle sally, a little bit of see Hali. Desperate to express, I'm ready to start the rally. Cat cocked in position, thoughts of submission turn to new ways to learn. Cause burning rocks carry no moss, old dogs are busy dying in the alley. I'm still learning these new tricks, so it's time I pimp Sally. What will it take to make me normal? Perhaps a proper outlook, and I need to wear tweed, formal wear underneath crawl underwear models. So where's my body?
Hey, what's the sense of being normal? We rock G-strings and pantyhose to the semi-formal. What's the sense of being normal? I'm playing soccer, baseball in my head, searching for a porthole.
I give it 110% every time. This one's for the team. I'm doing it all for love, know what I mean?
You don't know what you're saying, you know.
I do.
No, I know you think you know what you're saying, but you're not saying it.
No, I know what I'm saying. I don't know what I mean, but I know what I'm saying. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Right, but it's not like anybody knows what anything means, right? It's not like anybody knows that. So at least I know I don't know what I mean. Just better than most people. They probably think they know what they mean, not just what they think they mean.
I am Josh Martinez. I made this beat. I eat frog legs and pork chops. I ain't scared. All you broads who are chicken shit, fuck off. I'm alone like a stray dog in this park filled with ducks. I'm alone like a virgin in this city full of fucks. I'm alone with my thoughts that aren't as good as in the past. I'm alone with my words, I'll stay silent till the last. While shudders rack my backbone. I'm at home and I'm utterly submerged in this dark and shitty black zone. I'm alone when I leave a club, go home and kiss my goldfish. To be atrociously rich, I'd have to suck dick and lose focus. With everything I write, I edit after meditating. It takes time to ferment before words become intoxicating. Invigorating like hot rocks and steam from a jet, setting the scene in motion. Like molten earth waves pave the ocean. All these people make my brain hurt. And when it rains, the same shirt soaked the night before remains dirty. For it's 30 plus centigrade, the skin begins disintegrating along with innovative ways of keeping cool. All I smell is sweat and the stale taste of drool. I guess hot is not as cool as it used to be. That's news to my not knowing. I'm not even wearing my own shoes. See, I'm loosely swearing, deeply caring for brothers soul bearing and pouring out their booze. I ask you, how else we supposed to know these hidden truths? Revolutionary art is the evolutionary start. We're not enthused, we refuse to play a part for fear of losing. My generation needs an infusion of something soothing, a transfusion if you will. So let's abuse this illusion, holla till we get $1 bills back. Cause scholars still fill their knapsacks with kickbacks. That's why I lack an education, or at least a piece of paper says I passed. Means nothing to me and my vast accumulation of this funky knowledge outside the closed doors of my fucking monkey college. Unless you converse in commerce or commute between computer class, or you neutered asses in glass lab flasks. Well then you got it made in this artificial shade, but not me. See, I'm a tar-born survivor, breathe the sky full of pollution. Yet I'd rather be famous and be a part of your solution. And when revolution starts, let them bleed, for indeed I'm the king of hearts and my queen loves to screaming. In between and not before, never ever after. In the meantime, in between time, she cackles laughter like a fiend in line for methadone. She needs to see excessive death but never left alone. So off with her head and now I'm bound to expound. It never hurts to spurt words to raise the waves in which an underground works. It's so amazing. It's always better though before the lens rays start invading. You hear it on the radio and still salivating. And then the waiting end stations start creating hits in this tradition. Now I never poetry. Ha!
I am confessor for lost youth, magician of broken dream.
The bitterest irony that I recognize parallax where others instigate visions. I'm unheroic for hallucinating in public.
Hungry intellectual. The I is for intellectual. It's for subjective intellectual.
I am a magic book, the three-headed flame-breathing lion, man. That's why you even trying to drag me into this battle of wits. When I crossed the grace in which you added poison to them bits of the wine goblet, tricked you into thinking you had won. But when you read my expression, you knew you were undone. For deception is a game best played when you're well rested and ready at the reception. Pants around your ankles, banking your tension out. When first one to shoot is without a doubt the winner, the game, the shutout, the null and void, obsolete droid who sold the power cells, they ought to be destroyed. Whose mechanic pressure suits and planet solution. There has to be a problem for us to have a resolution. If the problem can't be solved in time, I'm resigned to leading the revolution of rhyme without walls. But I can't be held responsible if it involves revolving doors and red tape. That's the reason why I started to write, to escape the control, the evil in the soul, the whole truth and nothing but the rotten apple. What the fuck is wrong with my Snapple? See, I've been deceived, fooled into believing those lies I've been spoon-fed since before I started breathing. The invisible hand, the power of the people can, when united, will still stop the enlightened beings from being frightened by the eye that watches but doesn't blink, the eye that sends information back and forth but doesn't think for a minute about your most private thoughts. It just transmits the images it's caught on camera. So aren't you scared, little amateur? So where'd you get impaired by nerve-wracking guilt? This is the hammer that built the house of lies you constructed. It feels like violation of building code number 346. A house of bricks will collapse as fast as an ass poison takes effect. And so you must kill the host and have no regret. Need hostess and pop a chlorette. Word was bond while the tables turned, the labels learned. Early on there was money to be earned. Now they fix their stare on the mix we make. Underground bubble causes trouble that breaks, and we all make mistakes, but before it's too late, let's all go to war against the labels we hate. While the tables turn, labels learn. Early on there was money to be earned. Now they fix their stare on the mix we make. Underground bubble causes trouble then breaks. Now we've all made mistakes, but before it's too late, let's all go to war against the labels we hate. I'm a sober thinking target, living in the most hardest place to trap an artist. My words, they speak volumes about birds in flight in the cold air, but despite nowhere to go, I know I am always safe in my mind. A realistic approach considering the things I've left behind. The standing in line, the whining steel sounds of belching motors, and the kind of high exhaust, fast temper, anal retentive boss who finds out you're not the sauce of the month. I have this urge to succeed and leave the world behind, but see, I kinda planted a seed. I've watched the first leaves start to open and spread out when the first flower sprouts. It's like a shower spout, trying hard just to get out from deep within the sleep that comes before birth when the light hits just right. Well, that was the first time I saw life burst into rhyme. I gave my slave hand the command to write within white line, fingers tapping the table, feet on time underneath the steep incline. I look up and see ceiling fans and dream of motors and minivans, car parks and winter parking bans, dogs barking rock at other dogs barking on the pavement. I am a catwalk, you must tread lightly. But the clothes you wear are not likely to be as fresh as my Nike. Lithium silk label whore porn star. Ravers carry your moonbeams home in a jar. Cause dancing can bring you into a trance state, but doing it all the time makes you kinda hard to translate. Being a sketch dog who can't stand straight, living life off the night flight, things gotta change. Big brother's gone digital and my dog's got the mane.
Everything is different than you think it is.
How the tables turn, the labels learned early on. There was money to be earned, now they fix their stare on the mix we make. Underground bubble cause trouble, then breaks. We've all made mistakes, but before it's too late, let's all go to war against the labels we hate. Labels we hate? Before it's too late? 5:01. God damn it. It's always 5 fucking o'clock. I just want to rap. Now I gotta go to bed. I didn't even know where I was. Oh, so confused. But despite the lack of light, I can't be eradicated. A plague and a pox on your firstborn best educated. Many minds debated, the lines dissected, and in time perfected the approach and erected a code for all to follow and they to coach. Now the words can't be heard aloud, and the proud few are not allowed to dwell in my well-endowed clouds. I'm a shithead like that. Still think heaven is a place on earth when I purposely perverted the worst clone that I owned and let him roam first. So God created man to stand alone, and now I only trust my angels. And even they sleep around when on the ground floor they whore, and that you shits get away with poor attitude. And sure, you're mad and rude and curse my name, but when the fluid came, you washed away and weren't the same. Shameful, sorry, pitiful fools can't do nothing right. Like the first time the light shined, you went blind and killed as many of your fellow kind as I will to let go, and still you whine and bitch and moan and switch the bone you pick. And I'm getting so very fucking sick of it. I was burned when scorned, and these new playthings mourned, then turned their backs and saluted with their ass cracks and walked away from the deluded wolf packs. So bark, my little pets, hark, I can see those silhouettes. Go to war and rape the earth and keep on smoking your cigarettes. So cute to see you smoke. Want a coffee to go with that? We're not worthy, we're not worthy. Kiss me, mwah. See, I've grown up, so I disown the cup and drink my vows of sobriety to a deity not immediately known for piety. So society's my fix, and we throw fits to show we exist and grow like plagues, way out of control of our legs. I'm a spiritual man, but give the devil his due. Damn, there's not a soul around that throws a party like he do. Half Mexican, part Jamaican, fully Hebrew. I stood on a rock meditating till I was fully see-through. Between me and you, I'm sinning, sadly sitting in guilt, surrounded by the abandoned framework of the house God built and first founded. Having astounded my neighbors with the bare facts, I proceeded to carve my name into his house with care and a fair-size axe along the x-axis. Let's bring this baby down. It's chained to the crib, muzzled, and it can't make a sound. And when it starts teething, tighten the gag, stop its breathing, its face turns red. And then, even after it's dead and gone, I can always say all along that I knew Nietzsche was wrong. God's not dead, he's in a silo full of sand. He's passing the time to rise again in the aftermath of man. And when you hear the word, recite it like a fool, quote, and tell him you heard it from Josh on a beat that Newell wrote. Sure, I dwell in hell, but you know it's not all that bad, 'cause I'm surrounded by my friends, and so many I know are glad to be a part of the family. Sad because we get such bad publicity. It's not so black and white. In fact, we're proud of our ethnicity. We're at diverse, forward-thinking, tight-knit, light-drinking. Oh, sure, it gets stinking hot, but we get a light sprinkling sometimes. I remember being spurned in all hellfire forever. However, times have changed. Beef now retired. That lame devil-looking the stranger took the bait and bit it. My minions couldn't wait to get at the great catch when they saw the carcass and couldn't match the DNA with the old batch. Uh-oh. Death by diatribe, my peoples are encapsulated, jailed and put in cells, but perhaps they made it pass and spread it after the fact. I know I talk too much, but can I offer you a seat? Are you cold? Well, let me discreetly go and turn up the heat. I've been all around the world and I can't find enough souls to bind. So if you let me, I'll try to be brief and just speak my mind. I wanna be frank with you. I know you work hard every day, and when I say that life spanks you, you know I'm in your corner all the way. I've seen you kids pray for the day when they can have it all and not have to take the fall for you not having the gall to come to me. I can make it all better. I can make you see through if you chant, cause I can be true to my word and grant you everything you want. Your wife spoke my name last night as she slept a haunted sleep, and she weeps, but hope creeps from the cracks and tries to keep undaunted. I understand that you're a man and couldn't be everything you wanted, so let me help. I'm only here to steer you through the fear. I want nothing but a soul in my control, so hear me clearly. I can be your best friend and cast a blessing on your baby, cause when hell freezes over, I'll be in bed with your lady. Sleep tight.
I've got angel, I've got angel,
I've got devils.
I've got devil, I've got angel, I've got angel,
I've got devils.
I've got devil, I've got angel, I've got angel, I've got devil, I've got devil.
Josh Martinez joining you from the pits of hell to the top of paradise, purgatory in between. Thanks for the journey, Virgil. A little reference for you dumbasses.
I've got angel.
Every day, I'm told to grow up and be rational, be reasonable. My parents were rational, but they used to have passion that dried up, and now it's ashen like their skin and their kin's clashing with the National Guard. It's a hard road ahead as we, Generation TV, come of age. Had a run of rage, but gave up and dropped out, tuned in and copped out as soon as we could block out the sun and chop online. We accepted realignment. Of course we're apathetic, but the past's the pathetic, i.e. example for our ample skills to lead a revolution fueled by rave kids dressed in tweed. This grays unheard of invertebrates not yet named. If you ain't heard the words when in unison, you ain't heard the brain drain, the lame duck complacent, nascent raised on suppressed basic instinct and similarly lacking exact ways of acting. We all look the same, dress the same, but claim to be interacting individually, indivisibly as one. We stand divided without wise ones to guide us. That cries that rose from underneath the chosen few who did nothing will change nothing unless hunched over. And one sober thinking people leave the steeplechase will stop running around like chickens and advance as an equal race. But that might take time because we can't even set the pace. Humans confused and losing. We wanna be amused. What we need is revolution. Students compressed and use the press the best face forward. Can't keep ignoring. The old man is snoring. It's old news. It's boring. We're being shut out, man. We gotta start scoring. Humans confused and losing. We wanna be amused. What we need is revolution. Students compress and use the press the best face forward. Can't keep ignoring. The old man is snoring. It's old news. It's boring. We're being shut out, man. We gotta start scoring. Oh, how many more days can I be still without feeling full of ill thoughts brought to bear when I'm still wearing in my welcome at the rap's dirty cum stained back room? I wanna be honest, but the truth lacks room to bloom. The roots entwine themselves into my lucid mind. I wanna feel the fluid thoughts like the kind I used to find with petty, sweaty palm promises and runny nose wet days that drag on like whiny kids on swimming pool Sundays. In 1 hot second of a New York minute, I I exist limp-wristed, shoulder-padded, clenched-fisted. My hand on my money, man, there's money on my mind. My fingers on the trigger, there's a tingle in my spine. I walk blind through a park, carve my name in bark parchment with scripted pen strokes from gifted local termites. I keep my money local, I support solo projects. I have friends in high places that I also see as objects. I'm a victim of society, lack of piety and sobriety. I'm prone to anxiety, I refuse to go quietly, so that's why I sigh. You see and say sayonara to city life for 3 months with tree trunks and BC skunk weed. I plant trees and wear my knees out. See, I need to binge and purge, rinse my nerves with adrenaline. I start to feel cramped in a damp stone tenement building. My appetite for life is vice-ridden but spiced nicely. Some say I should clean up my act, but that's not likely. Sure enough, the verdict rolled in. Polls taken globally. We're not really different from before. The welcome mat rubbed in with muddy, get my feet in the door. The sign says you're 4 floors short of an office tower on an hourly wage. Trying to overpower the rage on a ceiling full of eyes and skin peeling. We engage like this, like that, like this, like that. Students compressed and used to press the best face forward. They can't keep ignoring the old man is snoring. It's old news, it's boring. We're being shut out, man. We gotta start scoring. Humans confused and losing. We wanna be amused, but what we need is revolution. Students compressed and used to press the best face forward. Can't keep ignoring the old man is snoring. It's old news, it's boring. We're being shut out, man. We gotta start scoring. STDs, these back, these impressive, undressing, expressive work. Blah 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 blah.
We want every privilege. We want every benefit. We want every right. We want every opportunity. And we want it now!
Shifting in between drifting clumps of sand, man. I can see off into the distance. It's a soft flowing life for which a night meets its resistance. It's only right. The moon is made to exist in flight. To contrast the background, slightly uplifting. State the stars which Mars are a part of. What we're face talking, busy double talking. It's an age of illusion, tricks and subtleties of sound. The trick is to prick up your ears and keep both feet on the ground. Being aware of your surrounding air and staring at the glaring state of the world's hate. Living over loudspeakers, baboom. It's scary what they're growing out of beakers. Nobody cares. These days teachers teach the world not to sing. We bring up babies from the first and tell them they're the worst generation to exist past the advent of the first space station. So blast off satellite. Late last night I had a fight with my TV. Had to smash my setting. Cause no one out in TV land has a clue what they are getting when letting in every American veteran. Sob story, corn dog, road hog, born on the 4th of July. Why be sure to stop in on your way to the manor. And don't forget to blow a kiss to this star-strangled banner. Sorry, salute no flags, got enough bags of the sword. See, I'd rather salute myself than be a good sport. Short of a long binge session in the absence of its blessing. I'm gonna treat life like a book. Each chapter learn this lesson. It's 1, 2, 3, ha! Stop crossing your arms and raise your fists. Stop trying to play calm and look ominous. It's okay to show love and stay prominent. Cause without your support, the man will stay dominant. Stop crossing your arms and raise your fist. Stop trying to play calm and look ominous. It's okay to show love and stay prominent. Cause without your support, the man will stay dominant. We must erase the Jones and Smith monotonal skin tone, one kin at a time. And I'm just an immigrant to rhymes, last salvation. These days of occupation and crass abomination, I strut through the smut, I give praise in my shame-faced cool corporate lingo. I sip Sprite as I mumble the latest cash money jingle. It goes bling, 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 bling. Honey, bring a tax man, Ted, bring a record label. Looks like a breadwinner for this whole wheat. White toast, East Coast street ghost, easy as the week goes back. And the dark and shitty scene face to black. What happened to rapping in those last days without the light rays? Well, everyday innovation, it led to elimination and bleeding. But at least we were still breathing in incubation. It's monotonally, metamelodic logically. Biologically, we were the first free amphetamines taken narcotically. It's this need for speed. It came cause we must proceed on an altitude of greed. On this mountain of excess, we exceeded the test case based on being a bad seed. And it's mostly overgrown wheat gardens filled with stillborn thoughts, rot right from the boob to belly of the beast. But at least we tried to increase the good vibe. But boy, born bad to the bone. We embraced the permanent death chase. It's a pestilence on the hands of man called life, but it can't be erased, although that'd be nice. Our very doomed structure is progress manifested. The taller got the towers, the more sour the time invested. Artists are accosted with the hostile urban populace. Why may art when I be smarter to get lost in this city? All the pity, but I'm missing all the shitty fish in which I share an ocean of gritty, emotionless self-pity. So feel my pain while I kneel in shame. Someone stole my sunshine, now I'm walking in this rain.
My peoples get live, no need to run.
Stop crossing your arms and raise your fist. Stop trying to play calm and look ominous. It's okay to show love and stay prominent, cause without your support the man will stay dominant. Stop crossing your arms and raise your fist. Stop trying to play calm and look ominous. It's okay to show love and stay prominent, cause without your support the man will stay dominant.
No need to run.
Martinez.
That mother trucker's my man.
I plan to build a little boat and sail the friendly seas, cause I'm so full of hot air I can always catch a breeze. I talk a whole lot of yang about things I don't know. I use the newest slang and I've been to every show. I'm a go-getting, nobody's letting me speak,
cause we heard your bull shoot already twice this week.
Shit, there's nothing I can do, I got lots to say. Like how am I supposed to chill when no one else be this way? Those who blow up become despised by the peers. I'm still wet behind the ears, but yet I'm wise beyond my ears. I got my eyes on the prize, yet the cries are filled with tears. I wanna be a rap star, but our bar's out of beers. I'm a fear-mongering, tear-jerky, turkey hoe in a gravy boat. I make up lies deep fried and see if they can maybe float. Change everything about my personality, depending on what side of the story I'm best at defending. I know this is a long shot, but buck goose. From K to me to G-O, yo, we all got the juice. And who's the dude to trust when you're face down in the dust? Me, Josh, be washed in the liquid of my lust.
Lies, love, lust, and the limitations of liquor. As the loosening of the lips makes the plot get thicker. You heard the word as it's said, and then you give the go-ahead, forgetting context and circumstances instead. Fed me down with a wedding gown and tell me with a petty crown. Nothing changes, blinging in my pocket, I lost my wallet. Now I got a credit card and proof of citizenship, so I save up all my pennies for the spoof of a business trip. You should really know by now that I'm known to speak my mind. When you catch me on and off the end, I got a million lines.
Did I say that? Huh, you caught me bugging.
Bound to piss you off with a beard like Jim Duggan's. Hug you with my arms, kick you with my legs. Run like a monkey until I get to Megs. I stammer like a little boy and act a little coy. I cook up stir fries without the use of bok choy. Irrelevant rambling is the best time to mumble. I urinate on cookies just to see the way they crumble. Tumble, tangled webs, I weave and sleep, talking to the ghosts of my soul.
Shoot a little shit off the top of the head, but it can get out of hand, so gotta stop before it spreads. I gotta let every low leader know that loose lips sink ships, as she needs to lose those hips. These lips swallow all the dirt like a hoover. Gossip, spread the word, take sides, and then maneuver through a room of tight shirts, bucks and flirts and fit birds.
Word to bird.
These fouls look so good, I need these towels. Should my sweat glands be overworked and everyone around me sits silently gawking while I'm walking forth profoundly? It hurts to look this good, they make themselves understood. New dresses, rich and moral fabric, though the oral sex is good. The lip reading is fantastic. I could fit my whole head into your gaping elastic kiss, catches sucking back class like milk and Ritz crackers. And not a great many late night spectators wanna fuck with me. Luckily for them, I hem and haw it ordered to sort the shit from China.
sheep, have you any wool?
Oh, yes, man, 3 bags of bull. And if you want a piece, chief, you better pull clout. Fuck falling off, cause we're going full out.
There's a rumor being spread, seeing dead corners and mornings, and I recount of the fact that there's no use in being boring. I heard it said the words are dead once been spoken, but the skeleton keys are now broken. Big mouth transform all the livelihoods that I speak from my lips. Stories getting tweaked like tits, gossip columns, pothead problems, assorted horses. Tell me useless stories and I try ignoring bosses.
Someone told me first, then I went and told many.
And I wonder why I bother when there's always lips aplenty. Simply because it's of something to do. I heard 4 stories yesterday, today I lumped them into 2. 1 man, 1 female, people peeping me, steeping tea. Exaggerating yawns exceedingly, proceedingly. Post-traumatic aftershock, past the rockets of the essence. Hold the fort down, comfy test, look at those. Donkey turkey, lovely, lovely spring fever. Hinge lever, door apparatus, floor or mattress, you decide. Lot laid, let me tell you, limiting factors. I'm the biggest of the mouse amongst diminishing actors. The muse of the mundane, agent provocateur. I tell you all about her, but I'd rather talk to her. I heard it said the words are dead once been spoken, but the skeleton keys are now broken. Big mouth transform.
This is a small dedication to everyone who came out tonight. And I got inspired last night, even though I hadn't slept an hour in a long time. Album was mastered yesterday, and the day before, and the day before, and the day before, into never ending. So here's a little spoken word piece for all you suckers out there. Here we go. Thanks. Uh-oh, they're falling. Thanks and love to all for this life, bringing out much ringing of bells. These little elves overwhelm me with their goodness and the woodness of the forest where they dwells. It tells many stories strongly when I say I know I don't need to be buff to be strong enough. Mentally, my man, make men proud on their insides, find insights and look behind the walls insofar as the bottom of the cookie jar. At night we used to fight and now we spar from afar. Although our words used to be lemons, they've developed into dope cars. And crutches made from leeches latching on like a duchess. If money didn't exist, how could we trust this system that completely sucks us dry? If I were president, I'd lie and steal and cheat and make beats with my generals. My officers are venerable. My captains aren't complete unless they've got ordinary seamen riding in the back seat. Crack beat, and where the track meet. I used to have to lay the back beat, and now I know my back is gotten whenever rotten trouble ensues. We used to drink booze at the Blues Corner and see what kind of fools were out on any given night. A who's who of the coolest individuals I've ever had the pleasure of making contact with. I started to think about what kind of man I want to be. Leave this little kid's body and start drinking Bacardi stolen from my parents' dinner party the week before. I was hardly old enough to drink, but my pals wanted more, and we couldn't get the liquor store. And now we'd borrow from the bank a gram and drink Absolute till we puked and passed out. That was before the last bout eating shrooms. Before we woke, we were high as the cannabis guy, and I used to listen to Black Moon. After we smoked a rolled up ciggy filled with grass and a few twiggies. It used to be better than cooking up banana peels, I guess, or licking a toad's ass. Well, that'd impress me just for the sake of better conversation. I look around this room and see my best friends, no hesitation. It seems like it's coming to an end, though, and I feel if I don't address it, then I'll forget it, but letting it go altogether can't be done. I love the fact that everyone I know are so important to the culture. We haven't even gotten dough, but still a show like this can go down and not a single frown will occur. Because love is like a cure, it can be pure and still be real for sure, it's just a start. When I think of leaving faces forever, it rips me apart. My heart is too big, says little T to me, and we agree that a killing spree just ain't right. Under that shitty yellow light, my thoughts ignited. I love the motherfuck out of hip-hop here in Hali. And I know if everyone bought my CD, well, I'd make a little dough like little Sally selling seashells. And for every Joe, Miles, and Alex, for every Pete B. and Diamond Dallas Page, we learn to amaze ourselves just a little longer. For every dude who pays dues and doesn't lose a scrap of integrity, well, you get a little stronger. Get your super cool on and learn to trade by way of escapade and make love to your surroundings. Whether apartment, house, or low-rent lease, everyone who's here tonight has come to release and relax and relocate. Hyper love, giving, living, still I hesitate just for a second before it's too late. And you're all in my sights. I must pass out love like I pass gas, and as I take flight, thanks for the support. Thanks for sharing my court. Thanks for the ripe fruit I've suckled on some mean melons with many fine felonious fellows. My crack beaters get the most hellos. And how you doings? See graduate students and the fellow unemployed, and even those wage earners searching for gain within the void. I'd gathered all of you here today to say it completely clear. You're the fucking dopest people. Thanks for lending an ear.
That was fresh!